Switch that V6 for the EV. Ride it around my city. You should come ride with me, yeah. Feel me if you hear me sip. Water like a fish sip. Box water to the gillies, yeah. This a new wave, this a takeover. Do it for the future, time to get a world a makeover. Time never stops, no the timing is not. Time to clean up the block. Streets been a mess. How can I breathe? Smoke in the air, pure gasoline. I see the news, see what you read. Change gotta come, put that on me and watch me educate. Yeah, we been could've started, but it's never late. Do it for my kids, yeah, let's set it straight. Do it for your kids, gotta set it straight. It's time to regulate. We need change now. We need solar, we need EV in the game now. Make it changes so the earth we know can stay around. Make it changes cause we had no time for playing around. Let's quit the playing around. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need.
I don't always like videos, but when I do, I always prefer Road Dog Crypto. Trade wisely, my friends.
For those of you out there that didn't like us, I just want to say thank you very much.
Welcome everyone to another episode of Late Night Crypto Charts with Road Dog. Hopefully my microphone is on and everything is sounding okay and going well. Having a little bit of difficulty getting this thing started tonight, but I think everything is just fine now. We've got Antonio in the house and of course Strega. How are we doing tonight, guys? Doing okay? Been a wild day, to say the least. What goes up must come down, and that is true in physics and apparently in crypto. So here we are looking at Bitcoin. Oh my gosh. You know, at some point you just get too much crap on a chart that you just you have to walk away from it. Well, let's just go to the one. Trying to find one we can actually look at here. So, daily candle is just this squat little thing right here. That's our new daily candle, the one that we just got rid of. Well, that was this guy that was kind of wild. So, they got us. Or, they got some people. Got them pretty good, I guess. I was actually, had a pretty decent day today. Still, I got to fight with sideways chop and this and that. Basically, I'm just playing this shorting and longing. And so far, it's worked out until I do something stupid and start to get things back. And so I'm trying very much to avoid that happening. So checking out Bitcoin here on the MEXC chart on perpetual futures, because that's the one I've actually been trading, looking at here on a very small time frame. Trying to decide if it's wanting to be bullish or bearish, and it's wanting to be a little bit bullish right now when it'd be a little bit more helpful if it was a little bit more bearish for me. But that's okay. I'll work with you, Bitcoin. I have a strategy to work with you. I just don't like doing it, but we will work it. Antonio says that's a busy looking chart. Yeah, that one is, and I keep clicking on it by accident. I got a bunch of dates on there and GAN item or GAN things and I don't know, kind of wild stuff. And it's way too busy now. I need to take a close look and figure out what I need to take off, because there's a few dates on there in October that I want to keep track of. That's the biggest thing, and I just filled that chart up with a bunch of crap. It's got a bunch of crap. Doesn't seem to show up on the 15-minute though, so that's cool. So Big Green Ichimoku Cloud wanted to pull us back in on the 15-minute, but we're below the 200. We'll get over that. Well, we could, but we got the 50 coming down, so it's going to be interesting for in the short term. I'm trying to see us get back down to these areas, about 27,150. That's why I need you to go Bitcoin, if you get my drift. There's a hint there. Pick up the hint, Bitcoin. Let's move it along. Will we make it there? Well, gosh darn it, man. We got this, technically got a breakout here with just a tad bit of volume, and it's making me a little concerned. But I do have a long going on, so I've just kind of been using a little bit of a hedge and catching a surplus, so we'll see how long this lasts. Overall, I'm bullish on Bitcoin, especially in the long run. Just lots of confusing information lately. Here's all the noiseness stuff, but the noise that I want to keep is some things having to do with the moon, the solar eclipse, which is coming Friday, October the 13th. Dun, dun, dun. And I'm trying to figure out if that's going to be a good day or a bad day. We are in a solar cycle now, and this stuff is kind of new to me, but I believe that it's an eclipse though. Well, see, clearly I have to keep reading degens stuff, but he got into all this, and it's very cool. So I got some key dates to look at. I don't know if you're kind of interested. Looking at October 7th, October 11th. Probably doesn't help you guys out though. Hell, I've even forgot what I was looking at there. Dang. Of course, still looking for this idea to play out. Keeping an eye on this chart here, on the Bitcoin birth chart, Genesis chart. It ran up to speed today. Basically, it's just a chart. But there's a few planets here that, if you see, this makes this green triangle. Well, that's a positive aspect. And that's kind of good. So we got Mercury, we got Pluto, and we got the moon, just all kind of jiving in harmony, man, keeping it loose on the low. They're doing the spin around here, and when these planets start crossing over these meridians, like this one right here, this MC and this IC area here, it's not seeing that now. Must not have that turned on. This ascending and descending area here, things start happening, and we're getting ready to get Jupiter to flip over. Now, it was bullish when Jupiter came over on this side. That's where a lot of this good stuff comes in. Is it going to be bullish again, or is it going to turn us back down? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure all this stuff out. It's very interesting though. Also very interesting that these numbers over here, these degrees of the planets, also come into play. I mentioned that on one of the videos, and I'll be darned if that price didn't freaking hit. And I just did like the basic. I just took the degrees. There's also some math that you can apply to make this, to calculate some of this stuff. I just went, I don't know. It's very interesting to me. I find Gann to be the most interesting trader ever, if not the greatest trader ever, in my opinion. What for is this chart that we are looking at here? This one's not got any use. Let's clear it out so we can look at it. So daily we've been finding resistance right here against the trifecta of moving averages that include Miss Lucy, who I love to put on my screen and often forget to take her off, but she's just kind of sitting there, kind of holding. That could be taken totally wrong when you consider what we call these, some people call these candles. I'm going to back off of that right now and get back to what I was talking about. So 100, 200, and then the 600 and something moving average here. 28,214, 2800. Giving us a little bit of headache, but I'll tell you what, this down here looks juicy. What's happening over the 50 to give us that boost up, and the fact that the 100 is over the 200, that's kind of giving us a little air in our balloon to keep us afloat. So basically, this is a very big area that we want to look at right here, 27,151. I just need you to come back there and touch it one more time, Bitcoin, before you break out through this cloud and do something crazy. I don't know what you're going to do. You're in the middle of a red cloud, and that's usually good. And if I see a little sliver over here, then I may have to go heavier on along, and I just don't want to do that right now. I'm trying to balance you, baby. Official breakout right here with volume. I just need your retest, baby. Do you hear me, Bitcoin? Retest. Yeah, kind of like that, but just a little bit more. So here on the 4 hour, it does look like Bitcoin is retesting that 21 moving average. Found support there at 27,367. Look at this nice Ichimoku cloud getting all thin, spindly going to the upside. That looks kind of positive to me. Bless my shorts. But I'm watching this guy right here, the old trustworthy MACD, because when that little guy crosses, this goes below the 0 line. Well, we got a nice little downtrend that we can still work on, but interesting. We got moving average convergence divergence is what the MACD stands for. Yet I still get some confusing information on my moving averages because that 9 needs to do some downside, baby. Y'all make us. I sound like a bear? No, I just got a short. I want to take a profit now. That's all. So back again to the smaller time frames, this could be a possible Adam and Eve double bottom at this area. Shame on you, Bitcoin, not listening to what I'm telling you. I will continue to tell you this throughout the night. You need to get rejected. Ichimoku Cloud disagrees with me. Making me feel a certain kind of way about that cloud right now. So Bitcoin does what Bitcoin does, and it's been up, it's been down, it's nothing new. Still, we've not really reclaimed 28,000 yet. Yay! There's some definitely good areas down here to kind of buy in, though, if we get down there a little bit lower. Nice. But turning now to our altcoins, which are doing a little bit better. Naka took a little beating today, it looks like. Casper's saying that 5 cents. Ton just hangs around at $2 all the time, seems like. He's a double stable coin until he's not one day. Some of the new guys hitting off. Deep Brain Chain, he's not a new guy, he's an old guy, but I guess he's getting a second chance at life here. Oldie but goodie Bitcoin Cash, nobody ever wants to talk about, but she's doing pretty decent. Remember, she was $1.15, or at least that's where I got her at, mostly. Joel Garcia is in the house, man. How are you doing? Welcome to the Stro Show.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
So, guys, I need your help with the ads. You know, getting 1,000 stubs, it doesn't let me monetize the channel, and ads are part of it. Now, I've got it set to where they're not supposed to roll for like 30 minutes. I got enough subliminal ads on my channel anyway with these little flying airplanes and things. That's so I don't have to get out here and start mentioning all these places all the time, like Fairdesk, which I do trade on, and they also offer coffee trading. Mexi, of course, I've got, if you need an exchange, I can hook you up below. And you need an exchange. You need several exchanges, actually. You need several accounts. And whether you actively use it or not, it does actually help the channel if you open up an account, especially at Fairdesk. Just saying. No pressure. Certainly not from Fairdesk. BitUnits Bitmart is a good one. Now I'm working with them. I was hoping to do some live trading with that. I'm still getting account funded. I thought I had margin figured out today, but my KYC on that one didn't go through. But your KYC will go through for spot if you're in America or Canada. So very worth noting on that for Bitmart right there. They love US and Canada. So getting all that stuff out of the way. Let's jump into these coins, man. What's going on? What's hot, what's not? Token Metrics had an interesting one. They also had some that just made me go, what? Again. But here's one that I don't know if you guys are in or not. It is not at the forefront of everything, but I remember what it was because actually YFI taking off is what got me off my butt back in 2020 to get back onto the crypto, to start getting back into crypto again, a little bit more heavier. So it was, she helped me out. I chased it like an idiot. This is before I learned technical analysis. Before I learned it. And before I learned how to actually, you know, how markets worked. YFI is in an interesting, I've already got it charted out. Where are we? Okay. Interesting scenario. So back here in 2020 at these juices or bottoms, which I didn't catch it down there. Some people did though, and they did very, very, very well. We came back down to really, but I missed that 42,000. I was not looking at you, YFI. It's an easy one to overlook. So we got like a descending triangle shape as far as patterns go here. All right. They can't break to the downside, but they also have a 55% chance to break to the upside. And, you know, from here to here, we definitely got a nice bottom right there, 52.97, about 5,300. She looks like she's getting interested in making a move, potentially. You might want to put that one on your radar if it's something that you're interested in, because it's just getting back up to, I don't know, where was it? In February? To 11,000? From where she is now, that's... You just doubled her money. You just made a moon bag of YFI. So I don't know, 300 bucks, 500 bucks into this. Take it out when it gets to be 1,000. Take out your 500 and let it sucker ride. Because look what she did when she first came out. Will she get that high again? I don't know, but I tell you what, as far as TA goes, that was the most impeccable head and shoulders I've ever experienced. And that was one pattern that I did know about. I can't find YFI now. And it seems like when I go back, I just don't see it as, oh, it was here. It was here. It was this one. This one right here. This was YFI when we first came out with it. Man, that is textbook head and shoulders. Perfect. Perfect. It was about one of the few patterns that I was actually familiar with. And I mean, textbook, just beautiful. Did it ever come down to its measured move? No, it didn't. Technically, it came down about here. And that's because, well, these little guys don't always make their way down there. Thomas Bukowski talks about that. He gives this one, like, I think a 40 or 50%. I believe it is 50%, and that's where it wicked to there, and then came on down. But just some interesting, just looking back, I always remember that with YFI. And I mean, that's when she went to 43,000. And eventually she hit this area, which God is creative, using her very unique methods of crypto analysis, I guess you would say. Nailed it. God has created somebody I like to watch. She's kind of cool. Does things very, very unconventional. Very different. But she's got something. I respect that. Technically, Wi-Fi's got a little bit of a breakout right there. And looks to be a retest. If we come down to the smaller time frames of that trend line that we just drew right there. Beautiful retest. This is actually looking really yummy. And I don't want to forget about this. I need to put an alert here. I want to seriously, I've got a little bit of this. I mean, just a little bit that I bought much higher. I think I bought around 6. I think I was over here. So might be a good time to add to that little bag. Because it looks like she's getting ready to turn around a little bit. Notice on the 4 hour, I mean, we're below the 100, the 200 now. 21 is still way up there. Ichimoku Cloud says she's getting ready to do something. Stochastics are leveling out. It's a retest right now of the breakout. Came down and touched the trend line, hanging around at the bottom price there. I think she looks kind of juicy. Let us go to the chat, see what you guys are talking about. You guys might have a coin we want to look at before I go off onto something else that's a little bit crazy, especially something Tokenmetrics has. They got some wild ones on there. Strega, seems a lot of things following that. Joel, man, welcome to the stream, dude. Strega says, I don't know, I just eat a taco for every hand. Ads are fine, got one when the stream started. Yeah, I expect when the stream starts, but they were rolling out kind of often. Now, I don't want it to be annoying. Mine checking SPA looks like it found a bottom. I think I still got my little bag of SPA. Let's check her out. And I'm over on KuCoin with it. SpearX, right? Oh, it's been a while. When was this? Back in March. Hadn't been that long. She went parabolic and then I just kind of leave them alone. Which, rightly so, right? I mean, they look great. And they come up here. And I mean, you know, it's even jumping in on a trade late like right over here, you know, still got all that emotion. And then when it's time to sell, sometimes it's hard to sell, right? And then you're like looking for that first opportunity to build that bag up and catching up another run. But another run doesn't always happen, especially at this point in the market, right? It just kind of goes down and sideways and accumulation, and some are worse than others. Let's clear all this out. And look at this guy. Look at this guy, brand new here. So bottoming out, maybe what I'm concerned about is still below the 9 moving average, even on the weekly. If nothing else, I would recommend just to wait till that one gets above the 9, because then you would be in a much safer position. So she's still making lower lows though, that's the thing. So this one's still officially in a downtrend. Nothing's changed with this. Ichimoku Cloud's not looking too great. And now this is the weekly. Daily might be up to something. We'll get there, but I would be concerned about stochastics moving up but price just kind of hanging out. Because what that does is just let your stochastics reset so that it can just turn around and dump and draw the price down lower. So that's kind of how stokes work a little bit. They're just going up to the top, and they may even stay up there a little bit, but when they start coming down, they're going to release all that pin-up energy and then dump wherever price is. So we like to see price go up with the stokes. And if we don't see it, then, well, that's not always a good sign for them. Daily is above the 9 moving average, so she's getting some hope. And actually, that might be a big thing, because she's not really held above, except for in these little pumps. But she's never really started riding above it. She's always like pumped up above it and then lost it. Here, so far, it looks like we're doing something different, and it's actually riding it. It's actually had candle closes above it. Here, there are very few candle closes above it. Gave it back really quick. Well, apparently, Wi-Fi is taking off, crossing the line that I just set right there. So this is interesting. It's starting to look like it's wanting to do something. Is this the end? I mean, you know, it could still lose the 9 moving average here. Checking out the 4 hour. That's looking nice. Okay. If we can just maintain it, because we couldn't maintain it over here or over here. But there's some good signs here. Just as there were back there too, though, so be careful. Weekly still says in some dark territory, but this might be the first signs of what we need that will actually pump the weekly up and get it above the 9. And still, looking at the weekly and getting above that 9 would be the safest play. But the 4 hour is getting prepped and maybe getting the golden cross there, and that was officially your buy signal in the 4 hour. Cloud's looking interesting, although we're in the green. It's struggling right here above the 200, so I expect it to retest this area at 0.003740. So this little area here. And keep in mind that the 100 is not yet crossed, but that can change. But as long as it's still under the 200, it's kind of, you know, throwing some rocks in our tote bag, kind of dragging us down a little bit. That's nice to see. And so we do have a trend line here, but it didn't come all the way down to it. Is that some parabolic movement? Could be. Could be. She may be gearing up for something. So this little area right here, I think would be the juicy buy zone. And if it breaks below this juicy area, I would be very careful because it will probably come right back down here, which would be a big drop. Well, no, about 10%. Now, if you're looking at this for a long-term hold, you're using a DCA strategy, or, you know, I mean, you're at a bottom. You're definitely at a bottom. As long as it's a good project, and I cannot remember what this one does to save my life, but I've looked at it before and been in it before. I think I still am. We're at a juicy bottom, so it's going to be hard to screw it up too bad if this is like a long-term hold, unless this project just goes totally south, something happens with the team and something crazy like that. But it looks like it's trying to turn around, so that is cool. But it does have to get above this level here at 0.004. So if you're looking for a target, that is the first one. And that's about 18% move. That's also at the 100 daily movement average. And of course your 200 will be another area. It's also support as a resistance flip. So there's some confluence. When these things line up like that, when you can go over here, find your support resistance, eyeball it, mark it, and then you come to a time frame, especially a major time frame like the daily, and you start seeing some confluence happening right around there, well, that's a good chance that the tide is actually going to take us that direction. And here is our other support resistance area right here at 0.0063, lining up with our 366 moving average right there. Coming down a little bit. Now they won't stay that way. These will continue to move. This one I think will come back in this area. Actually, if I move it up to the candle bodies, if I move it up to this top wick over here, because our candle body wick, we're really close to it. I just think it's going to have some resistance a little bit before that wick though. So about 5.4. So nice, if it can start stair-stepping its way up, then that's a good sign. Ichimoku Cloud on the daily's kind of thick, saying it could. So it looks like it's trying to do something. I'm just cautious about what I see on the weekly. The weekly does have the coveted green dot. So you got that on your side. The MACD is just not impressed. It's going sideways, saying could be iffy for trading. Could be iffy. I would really like to see a little bit more strength on the weekly though. I think 0.0045 would be a good area. If it can breaks above that, I think that would be a good safer area. Just my thoughts. But it looks like she's trying to turn around, trying to do something in the shorter term. So it looks promising. RR looks good in my opinion. Yeah, that's not clicking in my head. Oh, you're welcome. Anytime, I like doing TA. It's kind of fun. So, we did SPA. Got some areas to find there. Let me flip through here real quick. Shipping's starting to do something. I don't know if I trust it though, because, well, it's one of those symmetrical triangles. This is not surprising to me at all in the least, because this is what symmetrical triangles do. They freak you out. They're there to confuse you. I recommend not trading them at all. I recommend just backing off on a symmetrical triangle. Breaks to the downside. Oh gosh, it's bearish. And then what does it do? It does the rabbit run. This is what I call the rabbit run, where we go up and down and we just kind of make a range, and who knows? Might even do circles. I wouldn't put it past it. Price just to go backwards and come back around and loop and loop. So this is on a wild 8-hour chart, but smaller time frames, this one's had a nice day. Looks juicy on this 24-minute, 15-minute. She's just on fire. On fire. Got some bearish divergence there saying, hey, baby, you need to come back, cool off a little bit. We go to the 1 hour, we see where we're getting rejected here on these very controversial moving averages. That one. And then the 800 too. 800's got some strength behind it, man. Now that's worth looking at. 800 is a powerful indicator, or powerful level. So generally when it comes to these symmetrical triangles, jeez. Is this one worth trying to play? If it were me, I'd put a limit order in at the 236 and I would just play these Fibonacci levels. But quite possible it should try to work into a range, which I'm going to guesstimate will be right through here. And I do not like this. I don't even like this as a symmetrical triangle because it's not really holding its shape as well. It is just doing some crazy stuff. But it's pumping, and that's what's hot. So shipping, I don't trust it. Arkham's one that I've been following. It is available in Mix C, and she's just been steadily going up. Getting a little bit of a pullback right here. Still waiting for it to hit the 48-cent area. This is Arkham Intelligence. I know you probably heard of them. They're the snoops. They're the snoops out there exposing all these wallets and stuff. I don't know what all they do, but the big money likes them, so that makes them kind of attracted to me too. They do the stuff the big money likes and regulators like or whatever. Look at that angle held. Look at that. Crazy how that works, isn't it? Just pull the angle and there you got your top. Well, right now anyway, looks good to me on the 4 hour. Nice and juicy action here on moving averages. 100 just crossed the 200, and so I'm not surprised at all that we're getting a correction. You'll see corrections happen a lot when that happens. It's a bullish sign for more upward action, but usually a correction. Hopefully 21, maybe down to the 50. If it's a really strong move, the 21 will be where it bounces though. Arkham, are you going to try to break out? 4 hours suggest on the MACD it's just going to take a little bit of a rest, so maybe coming down here to 40 cents, which would be a juicy place to get to, or get in on it, although it'll be in the middle of that cloud. Another area would be 38 cents if we happen to make it down there, but we'll be giving up all the gains. All right. Marco's in the house. Hey, Marco, what's up? So someone asked me earlier today on the day live stream, which was a miracle to have had that happen. Caspa, taking a look at that and something about a fractal. So let's go back and take a look at Caspa. I don't see how a fractal would be really of much benefit. I mean, there's some similarities between this and this on a smaller scale. If you think in frequencies, that kind of helps you make sense of it. At least it does me. So, and you often see things repeated, and you will see things repeated on daily charts. You'll see the minute. You can see the minute foreshadowing what will play out on the daily. I know it sounds crazy, but that happens a little bit more often than you realize. And you can see some of them play out smaller time frame. They'll play out on the bigger one, or even the big one, just kind of echo. I don't know. It's like there's echoes. It's like a signal. And that's exactly how I look at price action. I still see Caspa in a rising wedge with a very good chance to break to the downside, because that's what they do. There is some bullish or bearish divergence here between this top and that top, although, I mean, it's there. So I'm still seeing a very strong possibility that this is a good short area. And as I mentioned before, putting a trigger or conditional order at about 58 cents, where it'll market buy if price happens to go up there. Because if we break out of this thing, we're going parabolic on this. So I'm curious to see if that will happen. Because when you come down to the weekly time frames, what do you look like? Weekly has also got some definite bearish divergence right there. And we're pretty far away from the 9 moving average on the weekly. Not sure that this one will just take off parabolically, but you never know. All right, so thought we could go back and revisit the practical idea, but I'm not seeing any. I think they saw someone do it on another channel. I'm not seeing how it would be helpful, because I don't see anything here that would repeat unless they're going like way back in price action, which it's always went up and come down. Except where it went parabolic right here, but we can take a look at this situation, because we had the, rising wedge, break to the upside, takes off. Should come down to the downside, supposed to come down to the downside. But when it doesn't come down to the downside, you want to be in on that. So, and that's what we're looking for over here on Caspa. So don't need to pull the fractal out to do that. We just got to look at the wedge. Keep an eye out for the possibility of that happen. If not, these juicy areas, which I've talked about plenty of times before. Marcus says, what's up, dog? Loving the nightly stream. Great time. I like getting feedback like that. I think the 10:30, 11-ish time works out good for me. It's not the best time to be in the market until China gets back in. Then it gets fun. Then this time of night gets fun when China's in the picture. I remember those days. I think that's why I like to do this late at night. China would just set this market on fire. So US would set up the day, and then China would just blow it out of the water. So yeah, I appreciate the feedback on that. I like this. I'm trying to do something during the day too, and also trying to put out some coin videos. I just don't feel comfortable doing that right now. I don't want to get people hyped up or something. So investment videos, I'm looking at possibly. But I did one on Caspa, and it's still doing the same thing as we were here in the video and talked about the possibility of what it's doing now. It's just still, there's nothing to add. UPO on KuCoin looks strong. I think we looked at that last night. Up only it was. I'm not sold on that one at all, but hey, trades are trades. And yeah, and this is what I saw is a bearish retest of this trend line and the 618 Fibonacci. So I don't think it will get up much further than this. I think we're going to get rejected there, especially got bearish divergence. What time frame am I on? 8 hour? Somehow I always get on these freaky time frames. 8 hours good. It's just not what I normally use. 4 hours. I mean, the moving averages look nice and strong, being above the 9 and everything. It's just a 618. Now, if it does something crazy like breaks above that 618, well, we got a whole different story. That's could be, well, parabolic maybe. If we break above this slanted trend line I've got there, that could be really interesting. How interesting could it be? It could be like 6.5 cents interesting. Or possibly 7.1 cents. Interesting. So let me mark that real quick. Let me check and make sure I got my fibs. Okay, yeah, good with that. Marking out just a few areas right here. Then I'll get rid of the fib so I can see my screen better. Four hour looks like it's got some strength there. So there's 42 minutes left in this candle. I'll confirm that dot. What does the 24 minute look like? 24 minutes says it wants to come down. That was that within the 4 hours? I don't know if you're familiar with this strategy. I first learned about it from Jason Casper, and it's a valid strategy. You watch the 4 hour on Market Cipher if you want to pay for it, or VMC if you want the free version, which in my opinion is every bit as good and in some ways better. Let me point this out on the 4 hour. Money flows come to the upside. It's got some signs to the upside. It does look strong on the 4 hour. Ichimoku Cloud looks pretty nice being far over here. So you look for the little green dot to print on the 4 hour. And once you get that little baby, you just go over to the 24 hour or 24 minute and you wait for it to print you out the little green dot, which would have been this one right here. If my time frames are still right, yeah, it would. That would 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that would have been it. And then you get the big pump. It works. It's good. It's a very nice strategy. Very simple and easy one to play. I haven't heard him talk about this in a while. He's more on his range strategy right now, I think. And that's a 9% pump on spot, possibly higher. Although we got the red dots, so it possibly could be over. I'm looking for divergences, but it's actually got some strength. I'd probably get a pullback. I would look for to the 9 or 21 because you can always depend on those moving averages to give you guidance, and a possible break above that 618. And if it doesn't, man, let's see. I mean, you'll get a 1-to-1. Confluence for that 1-to-1 is also up here at my fib areas at 65 or 6.5 cents. So right through there, if we got technical about that measure move, it'd be 6.3. %. So a trade setup, you can actually do a trade setup. Now you may already be in this. Still, you can do another trade setup. or another trade. So anyone looking for a trade setup, this could possibly be a nice one. And how I would play this the safest way without having to suffer downside or to reduce your chances for suffering that, if I can find what I'm looking for. I think just put in just an entry just a little bit above that 618. We can target the measure move and see what we got. If you do that, you can use an extremely tight stop loss below the 618. So if you catch it, hell, even if you get it at the 618, you can put a limit order in there, and then once it catches, you can put a stop loss. In some places, you can set your stop loss ahead of time, which I think is cool. And just set it tight. I mean, if you get wicked out, I mean, if it comes back below the 618, it's probably not going to do good. So that's probably invalid. So that's the way I would play it. That's got a 16-to-1 risk to reward ratio, 55%. To me, that's the ticket, baby. And if this doesn't play out, it's going to be a short to the downside. So when we get rejected on here, we're coming down. And so, man, I actually kind of really like this setup. You can do the same thing. You go just maybe a little bit below the 618 for your order, because it may not actually touch the line, depending on how well you draw it and everything. It's got a few little high areas, but she's trying. She's looking bullish. She's looking bullish. But maybe put it on the 618. Since she looks so bullish, and a tight stop. And if you're wrong, we're coming back down to these areas, and that would be another good risk to reward ratio with those tight stop losses. And you can do it at this kind of support resistance flip. We got a horizontal support resistance area and a diagonal one. Supply and demand line right here. Perfect for this setup. Perfect thing to hedge on. You can set a buy and a sell order and see which one wins out. And your stop loss is, if you're on top, stay on top of your stop losses and take care of it. I like that. That's thank you for bringing that to attention. That's a great one to actually learn on and explain things on. Cool. Joe says, time of the stream is great. Cool. I like that. It works out good for me too. I'm an night owl. It's just that not many people out trading this time. All the daytime people get all the attention, all the views there. I've seen a lot of random ones just go off in the altcoins. Yeah, that's what we got happening. And what we got going? So we got Bitcoin dominance is starting to fall now in 4-hour time frame. So we got rejected. So that's helping us out. Dollar continues to go higher. Yeah, people are selling out of some altcoins and Bitcoin right now, going back into Tether. What's scaring everybody? Why got you all scared? Why you no like a Bitcoin now? What happened? You like it earlier today? Market maker scare you, make you sad, make you lose all your money on 100x leverage. He tried to do it to me too. Market maker be ruthless. So I guess that's scaring everybody out of the market right now. Or some people. Still not terrible on the hourly here. Look on the top 100 at what we look like. Oh, okay. Yeah. Some of them are popping off though. Or at least holding the ground. Yeah, just kind of iffy. Some people pulling out the altcoins. Let's go over and check out token metrics. Clearly we are still in the old Bitcoin season right over here. Can't really see this chart good. I have no way of blowing it up. Oh, let's see. Take some of these things off my screen there. I have to keep in mind that when I switch screens and things like that, you guys can't always see it. Because I can't always see the little subliminal ads I got over there. I figured a naked lady taking a shower would draw lots of men's eyes over there to KuCoin. That way I don't have to sit here and talk about it all the time. So Marinade is, we've looked at that before over on Solana. Seems to be gaining in the yield farming sector here. These are some of the ones that Token Metrics likes for right now. Sector analysis ones are doing well. Mass Sorthane, NIM. Top 20 daily performers were Agoric. I'm not familiar with, but it's been taken off 26% today. Bitcoin SV, Satoshi Vision, go figure. But people are apparently FOMOing in that one. That one actually got a big rise today. And we got blocks. Harry Potter, Obama, Emu. Go, Harry. Yes, Harry. Do it, Harry. My bag's up. Harry. We must look at Harry. We're talking metrics. Are you smoking crack? Because clearly, for the last 12 hours, this one's been going down. Do I need to refresh my screen? Token metrics. You still got Harry. I mean, it did good over from this point. 6.8 to, what was that? 10 cents. Then, oh man, it looked like it was going parabolic. It did, but it ain't, not yet anyway. Broke back into this trend line here, so shot your chance there, buddy. Now you're going to do accumulation again. Still in a rounded bottom accumulation for Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10, Inu. So, yeah, Token Metrics, I think it had its run. I think it's coming back to the 50 moving average, which is right here on this line at 8 cents, which for the degen out there, that might be a good place to get this little degen coin that does absolutely nothing, as far as I know. Token Metrics also likes blocks. What's blocks doing? I don't know if they like them, but it's on their chart, so we're going to look at it. I'm not seeing what you got going on here, baby. So we're not on regular exchanges, are we? Yeah, we are. No, that's Bloxies. I don't know what Bloxies is, but Bloxies is doing something. This is not the coin we're supposed to be looking at, but it caught my eye being above the 200 moving average here on the 4 hour. What are you doing, Bloxy? BXC. I have no idea what this is, but we've split. We did a horizontal support resistance flip right there, and that's kind of yummy. It's looking good on the 4 hour. What are you looking like on the daily? Above the 9. You got rising price and falling volume. Not a big fan of that. That's usually a warning that price would not be able to sustain, but doesn't mean that it can't pump up a little bit. She's wanting to go. Whatever this is. How far can you go, baby? Gee, if I were going to play this one, I think I'd do the same thing that we were looking at. What were we looking at? Whatever we were just looking at. SPA, I think. SPRX. Because if she can get above the 382, she's going to go higher. And probably with some force. But I'm not convinced she's going to make it above there yet. I could be totally wrong. So that would be a great place to... That's a short, not shorting, longing. A long or a spot trade. You don't have to trade leverage. But if it gets above that, oh, that's a 30% gain, and man, you can get your risk reward. Oh, so juicy doing it that way. From 2 to, I don't know, wherever you want. I mean, you can go 10, 15% if you want to, but I would keep your risk reward ratio. I'd try to shoot for 4, and you can go with an 8% stop loss, but I like them juicy. Because if I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, then it usually goes against me. And why not get out sooner? If you're wrong. So that's interesting. So we know that we would be coming up to 0.5 and 0.618. Whatever that is. What is it? BXC. We gotta at least look at it. BXC. Block C's. It's not the one that we were looking for. Maximum supply of 4 billion. Only 4 billion. Market cap is teeny tiny. If all these 4 billion were out, we would have 200. This is, oh my gosh. You can throw $5 in this thing and probably just send it to the moon. I don't know. It's got to be low liquidity there. All-time high was about a month ago when it went to 0.0013. So we lost 50%. It could double to get back up there. All-time low was 15 days ago when it's 0.002. I don't what the hell is this? We gotta find this out. NFT play? Okay. 10,000 new AI Roblox on the blockchain with commercial rights powered by BXC meme coin. It's a meme coin blocks. I have no idea. This guy does videos on it. Bloxies are advanced robot embodying the best of humanity's qualities, working as ambassadors for yeah, what you want my Ethereum or something is what it is. Sorry, that's just my first knee-jerk reaction. You just want my money. But whatever's going on here, it seems to be working pretty nicely. All right, so let's see if we can find blocks. The one we were originally trying to. I'm just going to. So Bloxies is over on MEXC, but Blocks is not on MEXC. Blocks is pretty much. Let's check out Uniswap. I think we're trading against Polygon. That just confuses me. I really want this in dollars just to make sense of it. We may avoid this one if I don't quickly find a chart. Oh, okay. Well, I like coins that are. I like them when they're on the exchanges, so that there's liquidity and you can get rid of them when you need them. If I can't, if it's going to be hard for me to buy it, it's going to be hard for other people to buy it, and it's hard for me to sell it. So that takes some points off, in my opinion. What is it? Into the block number of assets. Okay, you can do all that stuff here too. I'm just wanting price, man. We're moving on. Token metrics. Whatever, it's up 9%. Maybe you can do it. Maybe you can chart it. Token metrics. Upgrade. No way, man. So we got a chart here, trading view chart. And this is what it looks like. Jeez, this is what, the daily? 16 cents and it was up to 49, and I'm not seeing anything impressive here. Just not seeing it at all. It's pulled back to the 886 and it's above the 786 now, so she may be trying. This to me is a straight up degen play. So I think 30 to 35 cents is probably what we could expect on this. And I can't draw lines there, so we're moving on. Thorchain's been doing pretty good. I like Thor. Agoric. Do we look at that one? What the hell is Agoric? Oh, is this one Cosmos? Yeah, okay. I've seen this one over on I didn't recognize the name. I recognized the ticker though. Okay, cool. What we got going on here? All-time high was a year ago, 75 cents. So we know that's possible. All-time low is 8.7 cents, and we're at 12 cents now, so up 36% from the all-time low. Total supply is pretty much 1 billion. About 63% of that is out in circulation. $75 million market cap. All right. I do want to check this out. Oh gosh, well you get points off of you for having this white screen when I go to it, so there you go. -1. Agoric platform makes it safe and seamless to build decentralized apps using your existing JavaScript knowledge. Okay, it's not the only one out there doing that, but on Cosmos, maybe. I like the Cosmos ecosystem. You get airdrops. Explore not the ones you have to chase. It's not this Twitter crap that what they have manipulated and mangled the term airdrop. It is a woke word now that you have to go chase on Twitter and let them break into your wallet and steal all your crypto. Don't go chasing on Twitter, man. True airdrops just pop up in your wallet, man. And if you hold the right coins, they will just start popping up in your wallet. Or maybe, and they spell it out ahead of time, you may have to, like Osmosis, I had to go there, had to stake some to release more. I had to do a pool thing. You have little activities to help the chain grow, and they release tokens more. Those two scenarios, yeah. All the other stuff, they're out to get you. That was a public service announcement from Road Dogg. Da, da, da. Apple Jam App Jam. Apple Jam. What? Presented by Agoric and Interprotocol inside the Cosmos-verse venue. We're hosting an immersive experience with Interprotocol. We're calling App Jam to showcase pioneer apps. Okay, interesting. Okay, so Cosmos Play, and I do like that ecosystem, but let's go look at the chart. BLD. And there it is at Osmosis. It's also on CoinX. Let's take a look at it on CoinX. Actually, I think your best history would actually be on Osmosis. Yeah. So she's definitely in bottom territory. It's going to be a pain to get above 27 cents, but yeah, got to struggle there, and also at 21 cents, and try not to dip back below 11.9 or 11 or 10.4 cents. Weekly, well, it's just got the green dot for whatever that's worth. Stochastic's going to still have a little chance to go to the upside. A little hope there on the weeklies. Like I say on everything, I like to see it build that 9 moving average. Looks like it might be trying to. It's showing some signs of life here, like it wants to start doing something, but doesn't mean that it will do anything, so be cautious about that. 4 Hour has a different story to tell, though. 4 Hour looks a little bit more promising. Got rejected off of these moving averages that we talk about very often. Currently riding under the 366, and I like what I see on the Ichimoku cloud there. Being above the 200 moving average is very positive for me, and so it looks like she is trying to do something. I think if I were trying to squeeze out a good deal, I'd be looking between 10 and a half and 11 cents there. I think we can come back there as we kind of retest what we broke out of. That might be interesting. Okay. Joe says, appreciate the setup. No problem, man. I enjoy it. Dog, how can we get in contact with you through email? What's your preferred method for the community to get in touch? The easiest way is over on the Telegram channel. I do have email, but I warn you, I do not always check my email. Apparently, whenever you sign up for an exchange, you may want to have a separate email because they will flood you with all these notices and everything, and it just buries all the stuff that I actually need to see. But roaddogcrypto@gmail.com, that's the email. And I think I've got all this stuff on my YouTube. But you can DM me at Twitter. I'm at roaddogcrypto there, but the Telegram group is probably one of the easiest way. I haven't been as active over there lately though. I've had all this other stuff going on. I do check in, but I've not done. I do like to try to post trade setups and things over there, but I haven't been doing that in a while. Mostly because we've been in a crazy market. But yeah, Road Dog Telegram is a good place at the lounge. And there's some perks being over there too. We got this. We got a couple of bots over there. We got the BitUnix Assistance to give you deals, give you some information on prices and things like that. And then we also have this real cool AI bot, the CoinTrends bot. CoinTrends is a great portfolio tracker. Well, it's just a great research tool. And they also have a bot that we can use in Telegram. And man, it does TA. So I kind of just sit here and go TA BTC 4 hour. And not only will it do TA, but it will also, they'll tell you what all the indicators are saying, and it's saying, hey, Bitcoin don't look so hot right now on the 4 hour. Or the 1 hour, it's Binance. So sometimes you don't always get what you ask for. But it's got some cool features like analyze it by AI and strategy, tell you how to play it. AI will analyze it for you. It's cool. There's lots of other stuff you can do with it too, man. It keeps up with Twitter. It keeps up with everything. So Reddit, oh my gosh, the dude's just adding things all the time. He's added AI to it. He's a member of our group too. Pops in and out and shows us all the new things going on with it. Cool, it's free. It's free. I'm paying for it. Come over and use it. Get an education. Have some fun with it. How do you get this out of here? So let's see what it says about Bitcoin here. Technical analysis by ChatGPT AI. Current sentiment. The market for Bitcoin USDT on Binance is currently in a neutral state. The price is hovering around the average volatility with no clear indication of a bullish or bearish trend. I can see that. Conclusion. Based on the information provided, the market for Bitcoin USDT seems to be consolidating with no clear direction. Traders may want to exercise caution and wait for clearer trend to emerge before making any trading decisions. Well said. Advice. In this type of market, it's advisable to wait for more defined trend to develop before making any trading decisions. So, and that was just the analysis. It also will help you figure out strategy and stuff. So, cool place to be. Joel says BlockX is on Zeki Exchange, I think. Okay, cool to know. Thank you for that. So these are the guys that are popping off, like Agoric, BLD, that's what that was. MIM, of all things, IOTEX, Staked ETH2, Bitcoin Satoshi Vision, which I will not get into, Blocks. So those are the ones that are kind of going there. The ones that got hit were Made Safe Coin Maker, Status, Luxo, old one, whatever. HiFi got hit too, looks like. Thorchain, I do like Thorchain. I have a bag of Thor chain, which is looking healthier now. She was looking kind of rough for a little while, and we were down in those low areas down here. A lot of the accumulation I got was down through here. So, been with Rune last time, and will not turn my back on it this time. We know what it can do. I'm looking forward to hit 291. Around 281, somewhere right in that area. Measure move at 291 for Thor chain, breaking up a falling wedge to the upside. Looking good. Maybe a little bit of a pullback. Maybe. I'll have to look at smaller time frames. Daily also suggests that. Why do I say that? Because the 100 crossed the 200, which although it is bullish on the long-term outlook, usually short-term, it's a good point to look for maybe a pullback or correction on the smaller time frames. So if you missed Thor, wanted to get back into Thor, would you have a good chance? There is still always a possibility, a 64% chance that it will come back to $1.18 at the breakout point. It has not come back to the retest of that, and that is just a probability of this particular pattern. So there's always that. Things may be going up now, but just like Newton said, or as Newton found out, things do always come back down, especially in crypto. So I think this is a juicy area to try to get it. Will it come back? There's no guarantees. Right now, she's being strong. Maybe even trying to go parabolic. And that means no retest for you. But what if it's not parabolic? For it to be parabolic, I need it to get up here to 253 and just keep going up. Break outside of this pattern. This pattern has a good chance to break to the downside. I think it's like 64%. Don't hold me to that. Right thereabouts. Currently, it just looks like it wants to keep going. But there is some there's some bearish divergence there indicating that, yeah, we should pull back. Unless they're going parabolic, and then the bullish divergence out the window for a few tries. It'll catch up with it, but it'll take it a while. I like Rune. Still looking to reach that measure move, whether we come back for a correction or not. 291 and then beyond, hopefully. Going to have a headache here at 353 though. 347 right through that area. That's going to be an area to flip. But if we can get back up to this juicy area somewhere around $9, Daddy gonna be happy. Jiggy says it just kept going. Did we look at this recently? I probably did. I like to talk about it because this is my dark horse play right here. Still in my juicy little buy zone DCR. I will spare you all the details because I show it all the time, but the last time we were in this price range, it pretty much went on a straight run on a larger time frame to $250. A few minor corrections there, but pretty much a straight run. Right there. And if you don't know anything about this one, research it. It's a cool little project. Proof of work hybrid. Take a look at XRP. I have not looked at that one in a little while here. Oh. Are we still parabolic? Kinda, sorta, maybe? We got that little possible parabola forming here. Did wick through it right there. That was usually a sign of weakness in my personal opinion, but regained that area. Still looking at 68.79 cents. Can't seem to get above 54 cents and hold it though. That's what we need to see out of that. That's when we're really going to see a change in it, because That level goes all the way back over here on these bottoms there. That was a nice little run there. Do it again, maybe? I don't know. Right now, you got some signs saying you want to continue on down. Then that's kind of sad, XRP. What gets wicked often gets candlesticks, so we may see 42-cent XRP. Don't shoot me for saying that. I'm just being honest with you. It says it's a possibility that could happen. You broke the trend line. You're riding underneath that trend line. Blow this little guy up. We lost market structure. It's trying to regain it. But it also got the 50 crossing the 200 on the daily. That's your death cross. Boom, boom, boom. So, expect some downside from XRP. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling you what the chart is saying. Shoot the chart. Throw your knives at your computer screen. Q&T is still coming in at $8 and $9 in the juicy little buy zone. This was the buy zone that's like, will they go there? I don't know. What gets wicked often gets candlesticked. There's evidence of that theory right there. Please do not come down lower, Q&T. You're killing me. You're freaking killing me. As a long-term hold, I beseech you, please do not make my bags bleed anymore. Pump them up, baby. Q&T, when I saw you over here in this inverted head and shoulders, I thought, hey, you look a cool dude to hang out with, man. Let's hang out sometime, kick it, you know, see what's up, chase a few coins, see what's going on. And it was fun. Oh, it was fun. I remember that night we got out, you got up so high, man. You got up high, oh man, you were blazing. You were so high, man. You got up to $224 then. I don't know, man, you just flipped. I didn't understand it. I was like, dude, what's up? Yeah, you didn't want to have anything to do with me. You just like, oh, you flipped. You turned into a total different animal. I didn't know who you were anymore. You started coming down. You scared me. That behavior was totally unwarranted, and I didn't like it. I didn't appreciate it at all, Q&T. And you just been on this downward spiral ever since there, just slowly bleeding out, and I just don't know what to do to help you. I need you to come back. I need you to get a grasp on yourself, Q&T. Come on. I know you can reach these highs again, and we can find somebody with the candy that'll get you set up if you need to. I don't know. We can find you something, but I know you went up to 404 before. Don't you want to do that again? Didn't it feel good when you were up there? Did it feel good when you were at 214? I'm not trying to be an enabler, but yeah, I am. If you need some powder, I don't know what you need, man, but you know, I've known some people from the past, man. I'm having a connection for you. You need something. You need something to get you going. You need something to kickstart you, baby. Kickstart that heart. Let's get back in the game, Q&T. Quit sitting on the sidelines. Get up and do something. Don't be a loser. You can do it, baby. You can do it. Ta-da. And Joel says, good night, everyone. Appreciate everything. Hey, Joel. Glad you stopped by. And actually, it's time for me to leave, too. It started at 10:30, and it is now midnight. Dang. I just get carried away on these streams. Q&T, let us wrap up with Q&T. And Juicy Buy Zone, 89 cents, I think. Man, there is always a possibility we can go down to $63, $50. If it does, I will be buying you again. That's when I first started getting a few of these. And, of course, I bought some at higher prices, so I'm just all over the board on there. But I liked it at $50. I wouldn't mind buying more at 50. But we do need to start seeing it do a little bit of something. And it gave us a red dot on the daily with stochastics coming down. Come on, QNT. You can do better than this. I know you can do better than this. Looks like she's about to lose a 9. Maybe coming back down to visit these $85 areas, man. I don't know. You're just... What's up with you, man? Do something. Do something, QNT. Quick look at Bet. I like Bet. Bumped out of my juicy buy zone. Bullish megaphone broke out, retested. It's on its way up. If you don't have VET, I know you don't want to miss out on VET. VET, especially. We get China back in the picture. Oh, gosh. This is a steep falling wedge, kind of, if you want to look at it that way. Breakout. Nah, don't look at it that way. When you really zoom out, you're actually in this, it's actually like a bullish megaphone, which means that we should be headed back up to 2.8 cents, possibly up to 3 cents, or yeah, 3 cents. And then this one has a good likelihood, around 70% chance to break to the upside, and we would be looking at 4.3 cents. We're currently at 1.7 cents. Now that will take a long time for this to play out, but that could easily 1.5x your little bag. Then you get a nice little moon bag of this. Just throwing that out there. Is this the perfect time to buy? Well, since we got a retest of a pattern breaking to the upside, I think so. I think it's pretty juicy. You can always target some of these areas at 1.65. If we go down there, possibility, we're in the middle of a red cloud, which will probably spit us out to the upside. I think we're bouncing off the 50, which is normal for a correction. I think it's juicy to buy. My personal opinion. Guys, I appreciate you for being here. Thank you very much. If you can, hit that like button on the way out. And I'm not planning on doing a daily stream tomorrow, but I do plan on doing another nightly one. And hopefully we'll see you guys here.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Remember, if you can, to check out our sponsors. And we, well, partners, I guess, affiliates. So we do have Bitmart, BitUnix. Wait for the subscribe button to get off so we can take a look at BitUnix there. BitUnix actually just gave me some information today. They're running a promotion, and I need to pull that up before I actually sign off here. They got something cool going on, and I'll be mentioning it tomorrow for sure. It says October deposit carnival starting at 20% deposit bonus. Claim up to $5,500 USDT rewards. They're launching a limited time deposit campaign for its users, so they're giving away some free money over on BitUnix if you set up an account over there. Just letting you guys know that. Cool exchange. And also Fairdesk, especially if you like copy trading. They got good futures and also a nice little spot set up. All right, guys, appreciate you for being here, and man, God bless you all. And be careful trading out there. It's a jungle out there. Things are going crazy. But we will keep track of the market roughly around every day. And if you want to come back and join me watching live or watching watching afterward, I appreciate it very much. Good night. May God bless you all.
Come on, come here, boy. Come on. You freaky dog. I don't need to analyze. Every word that comes out is a lie. Make it look like you're so ice, ice, ice. You won't make it to the finish line. Now if you gotta know the truth was gonna let you go. You was fine, never mind, unpredictable. Fade eye off the ground, you ain't no one. You a star, blow it up like supernova. In the nighttime, hit my hotline. Sharing secrets, you wish really was part your life. Basic bullets, with no bullets. Does your wifey know you're begging for my notice? Promise you're the same, running for the meds. Sure you like my vibe, that's my candy on my wrist.